Just got through security. I'm gonna try to get through this crowd. Okay, so I hate when people walk slowly. So my tip is just keep going forward, and if somebody's being slow, just, you know, swerve around them. If it's people walking towards you, and you need to get briskly from one place to another, stare forward at the location you're going. Do not stare at the people, just go stare straight ahead, and they'll move out of the way because they can sense that, you know, you're getting somewhere if you're looking straight forward and not at them. And if they don't get out of the way, just, you know, try to swing around if you can. And say excuse me, of course. You know, don't be rude. Get to where you need to go, but don't be rude. And now we're in City Walk. Now I'm going to do something I do all the time to cut through, because you see all these people. I want to get to Universal Studios, which is going to be on the right. Straight and to the left is Islands of Adventure. I usually just go through the Billabong store. All right, coming out to the left, those smokestacks over there, that is Toothsome Chocolate Emporium, which is a chocolate factory restaurant. And yes, they have more than chocolate. It's a restaurant. Very good food. I've been there several times. To the right is the Hard Rock Cafe. Pretty much a Hard Rock Cafe, like any other ones. This is the NBC Sports Grill Brew. A sports bar, well, a huge sports bar. And above it, coming up, is giant screens where they show games and sports. And during the Olympics, they set up stands over here, and they show them up on the big screen. And you can sit, and I think you have to reserve a spot. And they also do seat-side service here during the Olympics when they show it on the screens. Pretty good. If you're a one-day visitor, you get a paper ticket, you go in, and they scan your fingerprint when you enter the first time. And that's to ensure that whoever is using that ticket is that same person. So if you want to try to skip around and give the ticket to somebody else and say, hey, you can use it, it's not going to work. They don't have your fingerprint. To enter, you could use either the gates on the left or the right or the center kiosks. I just go to wherever's fastest. So. Now we're inside. And I'm going to make my way to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Diagon Alley. Now, if you love Harry Potter, come here. Diagon Alley is in Universal Orlando, and Hogsmeade, including Hogwarts Castle, is in Islands of Adventure. And the Hogwarts Express, the train, takes you between the two places. If you want to get on the train, you're going to need a park-to-park ticket, because it takes you between both parks. You can't ride it unless you have a park-to-park ticket. I'm going to take a... Should I go that way or that way? I'll go this way. Give you a little tour. So the first ride that you see when you come in, to the left is Hollywood Boulevard, and Terminator 3D's there. This is Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, which is one of the first rides to fill up really quickly. As if you can see it in the video, the wait time right now is 75 minutes. Very popular with families, so it fills up real quick, real fast. Next is Shrek. Somebody! In most recent years, it's been okay. It's a 15-minute wait right now, but you can see that Despicable Me is packed. The rest of the queue is in the back of the building over there. You can't see it from here, but it is full. That ride has options for stationary seating. It's 5 minutes. Stationary seating means you get to go on the ride, which is a 3D simulator, but your seats don't move. Shrek has the same options, but I don't think they have a stationary seating line today. They only do it when it's really full. To my left is Rip Rocket Roller Coaster. Goodness. I don't really like roller coasters, and I don't like that roller coaster, but I'm sure one of you will. To my right, you see those blinking lights. Transformers is over there, and this little building to the left is a meet and greet for Donkey and Shrek. And this is the Universal Orlando stage, where they put on concerts and shows when need be. Usually at the end of January every year, there is a huge event called Celebration of Harry Potter. I go to it every year. It's really fun. They take some of the studio buildings and turn them into exhibits and shows, and you can see like props from the movies, people making props or fixing things, someone building wands, demonstrations, lots of really interesting stuff, and of course merchandise, tons and tons of merchandise. This is the New York set. You can see, if you look over there, Optimus Prime on top of the, I forgot the name of the building, for the Transformers ride. And this is the new Jimmy Fallon ride. And it's designed to look similar to 30 Rock up in New York. I think they did a pretty good job designing it. Even if you look in the windows, there's even plants and things in the windows. Yeah, and all the employees are dressed like NBC employees and pages who work there. And there's a little thing right there that shows you how large the seats are if you want to try them out. This used to be the Twister ride, and before that it was Ghostbusters. As you can see through this hole in the building, this is where the Rip Rocket roller coaster goes through at some point. They've got a Coca-Cola stage set up there, and I'm not sure why. I guess some sort of special or private event. To my left is the Macy's building, and just next to it is the Mummy. We are now approaching Diagon Alley. Diagon Alley. So, this is King's Cross Station. The train is here, and this is where you enter to get onto the Hogwarts Express. If you're wondering if you need to run through a brick wall, this is where you will do it. And they have buskers, a guy playing saxophone. The funny thing is, this side of the park, Diagon Alley, is designed so that it's hidden. And a lot of people walk by thinking that this entrance is just a bathroom without realizing that Harry Potter's inside. So, the facade is made of 12 Grimmauld Place, the Wyndham Theatre, and the London Underground, and you enter through Leicester Square through these brick walls. As you walk, you can hear bricks changing. And here we are. So, this is Diagon Alley at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Universal Orlando. To your right is a quality Quidditch supply store. So you get all your Quidditch gear here, you get your brooms, your uniforms, scarves, t-shirts, and then they also have these limited edition designer posters created by Mina Lima, which are the graphic designers who did all the poster and design work. They also design all the newspapers and graphics for paperwork for the Harry Potter movies, and also for the new series of Fantastic Beasts movies. So good stuff. And then to the left is the Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. If you can see at the top, there's a rabbit in his hat, and it'll disappear in a minute. It should go down. There it goes. Inside. To the Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes store on the right side, and on the left side is the Quidditch supply store, and this is great stuff. I like this. I want to get one. There's actually a functional one here in the store, right above me, just like in the movie. There's a Professor Umbridge on a unicycle carrying 2 pots. Such really cool stuff in here. This is a hat for those with lots of gags and toys and jokes and candy. Tons of candy in here. And it looks just like the ones in the movie. All these staircases. Are those pumpkins? I don't remember seeing those. I'm trying to get around the corner so you can see. There's a window and fireworks are going off up there. Cool stuff. Love potion. I think it's just like a candy drink. Liquid sweet. Love potion. It seems to be like kind of towards there's lots of cool stuff in there as well. And I'm gonna swing around. Behind me is the Leaky Cauldron, the restaurant where you can get great food, wizarding food. Let's see, let's take a look at the menu. So there's the traditional breakfast, farm fresh eggs, sausage links, black pudding, English bacon, baked beans, grilled tomatoes, salted mushrooms, breakfast, pancake breakfast, American breakfast, oatmeal, flan with yogurt and fruit. Ooh. Egg leek and mushroom pastry, and a kid's breakfast. This is the breakfast menu now. I believe they switched it out for lunchtime. But I've eaten both lunch and breakfast and dinner here. Oh wait, there's 2 sides. Oh, that's breakfast too. I guess they switched it out. You get into the Leaky Cauldron, there is a window with wax facsimiles of all the available meals. Cottage pie, fisherman's pie, fish and chips, mini pie combination, the plommons, bangers and mash, Scotch eggs, beef lamb and Guinness stew, specialty chicken sandwich, a banger sandwich, all good things. I love the fisherman's pie. It's got way more seafood in it than I anticipated the first time I had it. I absolutely loved it, so I think I'm gonna get that today. Oh, the toad in the hole is pretty good. It's 2 sausages baked into a loaf. And it's pretty good stuff. So we're gonna go in, and I'm gonna get a butterbeer. So. So after you've ordered your food, and if you have an annual pass, you use your discount, you get what's called a candlestick. And the candlestick has a number and a base, and the bottom of the base has an RFID chip sensor. And the tables that you sit down on have an array of wires inside them that sense the RFID chip, and that's how the waiters know where to drop off your food. And if that system, for some reason fails, that's why the number's there as well. But it's more efficient if they had a number system that tells them which table you're going to be sitting at. So, yeah, an interesting way. So now she's taking me to my table. Thank you. So, just finished a very satisfying lunch here at the Leaky Cauldron. I'm gonna take some shots. There is an actual giant broken cauldron here too.